All right. All right. All right, guys, I'm about to get high as fuck. Drinking this edible. I don't know if I should smoke like before. Like I put like almost my entire shatter reserve into this edible. Dun, 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 Oh yeah. It's 1 a.m. where I'm at. I apologize. I was supposed to live stream like an hour ago, but okay. This is my edible, by the way. I brewed some cannabis into, so I got some whole milk, and then I got some half and half, and I did half whole milk, half and half, and then put the shatter. It was 450 milligrams, so 4.5. Well, 0.4.5, but whatever. Of the wax, and then I put like a 0.5 of weed, and then brewed that, and then just strained out the flour, the weed, the cannabis flour, and added some chocolate syrup to this, and here's like my weed chocolate milk. It's all right. You can definitely taste the weed, but not bad. It's weird. I'm about to get really high, guys. I definitely have a feeling this edible is gonna kick my fucking ass. But yeah, here I am. Boom, 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 boom. Mm-hmm. It's really not that bad. It does have this like sourish taste, because you know how weed, especially sativas, they smell a certain way. Instrumental Studios, what's going on? Just drinking myself a cannabis edible. DMT Infinity, what's up, bro? Mark Dreams, May 17th at 1 a.m. Jacqueline Glenn, May 17th at 1 p.m. Today is great, and it's only just begun. I don't know what you mean by that, but this it's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. Chocolate syrup helps. Instrumental Studio says, I've been getting funny video clips from your streams. I'm pretty sure you can probably get funny clips from the stream, especially when I'm really high and shit. I just be fucking around and shit. But, man. I almost don't want to smoke because I want to feel the edible kick in. Like, I almost want to be able to be like, okay, I was just sober and now I'm not type shit. But I might end up smoking because I can't. Well, I don't know if I'll be able to wait until, because realistically, I won't feel that edible until maybe 2. I don't know if I can hold back smoking until 2. DMT Infinity. You've got your live stream going. Fuck yeah. Yo, my fucking ass fell asleep. My ass fell asleep. The motherboard I took earlier knocked me the fuck out when it started wearing off, and I ended up falling asleep until 12:30 at night. So like I took a long fucking nap, and I was like, shit, I was supposed to live stream, and I accidentally left the cannabis edible on the stove, but it was on low, thank God. But so that's why right now I'm just starting to wake up, because realistically this is a wake and bake to me because I slept for 3 hours, maybe even 4 hours. Jeez. But I was like, yeah, I needed that sleep anyways, because taking this edible probably would have just knocked me out and put me to sleep. Now I can actually feel the edible because I'll be wide awake. Oh, man. Edible cannabis. Let me tell you, I love edible cannabis. You can feel it in your body, too, more than you could if you smoked weed. DMT Infinity says, did you have any visions of realities while asleep, aka dreams? No, I did not. Most of the time when I go to bed, I don't dream. Like it's like my body is like too high, has too much THC in it or something, and it doesn't dream. Because one of the negative side effects of THC is interfering REM sleep, which basically some people, when they smoke weed, they do not remember their dreams at night. And I am one of those some people. So most of the time, I don't remember any of my dreams. I guess I'll pack the barn up just because I know I'll want to smoke eventually. But I know, isn't that ironic? DMT Infinity says, Mark dreams doesn't dream. Yeah, no. My dreams tend to be more here, not there. Like, all my dreams are like dreams and aspirations that I have here in the physical world. I feel so much better though. I needed that sleep. I'm like, this edible is gonna be nice. I can already feel it. I'm like, yes. I couldn't find any more motherwort. If I picked any more motherwort, the motherwort wouldn't grow there next year. So I couldn't fucking use any more motherwort. But I was like, a strong cannabis edible should be fine. There should be about 500 milligrams of THC in there, probably more. No, we wait, right? The waiting process of substances is always like, what the fuck? My body's like, bruh, you just woke up and now you're shoving all this THC in me? Like, yes, I am. The weed taste does get annoying, but it's not bad. I've had way worse. Yes. There's a small amount left in the pot. Pour the rest in my cup. Now my edible is all ate and inside of me, drank, whatever. And now I just wait. DMT Infinity says, you know the C virus is bad when you can jerk off on Omega and actually find chicks on there who are down to play. Right? That's funny. I was going to just save off on the edible and wait till tomorrow. But I was like, yo, bro, I live a fucking busy-ass life. So I'm busy tomorrow. I'm got to trim bud tomorrow. Yeah, I'm always busy. It's my day off. Always work hard though on my days offs. Day offs, whatever. Fuck yes. That shatter. But you know what I was thinking? This shatter is basically like cannabis hash. Well, it is hash in a sense. But like hash used to be like the purest you can get weed back in the day. And nowadays the shatter and waxes that we is like smoke today makes all the hashes look like trash. G Hustle, amazing. What's going on? Can you give me a job trimming? I don't know. How close are you to me? How close are you to in upstate New York? Because like the CBD farm is here in upstate New York, and I don't know how the fuck this connect landed in my lap, but. But if you were close enough to where I'm at, I probably could get you a job trimming CBD flower. G Hustle Amazing says, not close at all, bro. Jacksonville, Florida. Yeah. Then no, I cannot. And we get a raise tomorrow. Like, because dude said that I did a really, really good job trimming the bud. So he was like, he said, I'm talking to the farmer about a raise. I was like, oh shit, okay, I just started. But yeah, I already get a raise. I'm trimming CBD flower. And so like really realistically, if I do it twice a week, that's $150 a week. And then on top of my paycheck, on top of my other form of income, and then I'm gonna have another form of income, and then soon I'll be selling this CBD flower because I'm gonna be, selling CBD flower and CBD tinctures and things like this. What's wrong with YouTube? DMT Infinity. He said YouTube is all fucked up. Instrumental Studio says, sometimes Mark Dreams reads comments from DMT Infinity that don't show up on my screen. That's interesting. That's weird. Maybe YouTube is fucked up. Oh, fuck. Okay. That edible. Sometimes I forget that edibles, when you drink like a drink edible, kicks in much faster than an actual edible. But because I'm starting to feel it. I hope none of this music gets copyrighted because I'm going to be mad. Alright. Yes, let's get fucking lit. I think people need to live a little more. Because there's so many YouTubers out there that there's so many people in general, not just YouTubers, but I feel like we take life way too fucking seriously. And everyone always wants to be serious all the time. And, some people be like, yo, bro, why are you getting so high as fuck on live stream and shit? I'm like, because I want to be me. I want to be real. I don't want to be fake. I don't want to whatever. And like, if I was only like, hi guys, how you doing? This is my video today, and this is what we'll be watching, and this is what I'll be doing. I feel like that just gets annoying and boring and fake, and it's not real. Because really, what I really do in real life is I like to get fucking herbed as all hell. I like to travel dimensions. I like to make music and all this other shit, and so live streaming kind of allows me to be the real me. It's really interesting. Going from like not high to slowly high in a come up way. And that's what I was just saying earlier. Like, weed is a minor psychedelic when taken in the right context. Like, how I just took like a 500 milligram edible, maybe even 600 milligrams. And then I'm about to smoke some weed, smoke some shatter at the peak of it. And it's like, that is a good way to induce a psychedelic experience with weed. I really don't know what to do. I'm sitting here just waiting. DMT Infinity is just having the time of his life over there. DMT Infinity says, I see, eyes that see. Oh, yeah. I'm starting to feel the weed. I'm like, yes. Instrumental Studio says, YouTube wants to play Fox News after this video. Why would they recommend that when watching a Psychonaut YouTuber high on live stream? I don't know. YouTube's funny like that. They're like, oh, after you watch this live, and this guy being high as fuck on live stream, you know, come watch some news. Yeah, I couldn't wait. I needed to smoke. I don't got shit else to do tonight, though, but sit here and vibe with you guys. So, like, I hope y'all in for a ride. Because, like, until the weed tries to knock me the fuck out, I'm be sitting here live streaming. Ooh. That shit hit. Yo, so it was so hilarious earlier because I was like, I went to the store, high as fuck. I was dying like because I was coughing still. I'm like, I was just so high I could barely walk. You know, the motherwort had me just out of it. So I remember walking in the store and like I remember just holding back my cough because like whatever. And then I walked in the store. I was the only motherfucker that did not have a mask on. And let me tell you how weird that felt. Felt like a total outcast, just sitting there like maskless, you know, and everyone else had a mask on. And I was like, damn. Well, at least they're protecting me for me in a sense because I didn't have a mask. But I'm like, yeah, I don't need one. Everyone else has one. Maureen. Whoa. Fuck yes. Now I wait. Marine. Aqua, marine. It's interesting because I could feel the weed starting to work, and like, it's just interesting. And I'll be right back, guys. Edible cannabis is like, yeah, I feel like it could definitely be used as a psychedelic. It's just you just have to take it correctly and like, because I'm over here sitting here feeling it starting to slowly kick in, and it feels like I'm on a fucking trip or something, or like I'm slowly starting to feel the, you know, when you're tripping and you're slowly starting to feel it creep in, you're starting to feel it on your fingertips, and like, it's one of those situations. Beautiful. 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 That's funny. Oh yeah, I'm gonna start feeling beautiful in a second. Beautiful. Dun. Tim, I really want to wait to smoke this bomb, but you know how hard it is to sit here and just sit here, bomb packed, like. So I'm just casually sitting back waiting. Just sitting back waiting. Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Pippi Longstack says. What's going on, bro? For the kinda, yeah, basically I'm starting to feel it. I don't know if you were here, but I took a nap for like 3-4 hours. So like, here I am. I woke up at 12:30. It's only 1:30. Took the edible at like 1:15ish. But it was a drink edible, so I'm starting to feel it. But yeah, I'm thinking about smoking because I'm sick and tired of kind of sitting here waiting. I don't know what to do to pass the time. I'm gonna go get a drink real quick. Pass the time. So let me break this down to you. Since I'm high as fuck and I feel like I'm wasting, I'm just have nothing but time to waste for another like 20 minutes. I'm not a spiritual guru. I'm not a spiritual teacher. I mean, I'd like to say I'm a modern day shaman, but I don't even think I'm that necessarily. I'm just me. And like it's this weird sense where it's like I'm just some guy that likes to get herbed. I like to take plants. I like to smoke weed. I like to eat weed. I like to eat a lot of different plants and extracts and teas that no one's ever fucking heard of. And that's just me. But like, yeah. Okay, guys. The 30-minute mark, I guess, I'll smoke. So in 5 minutes, I'll hit the bong. There's shatter in the bong and all that, but I'm definitely starting to feel the edible. So I'll just smoke. Anybody got any questions or anything? How's everybody doing tonight? Hope everyone's having a good night. Hope you smoked some weed, ingested an edible, got high, maybe tripped, something. There might be times during this live stream where I'm like kind of zoned out, but that's because like it's a. I was just about to say the dose anyways. It's weird that Lil Disco asked, "What's the dose of your edible?" I was just about to say it out of my mouth. It was weird. The dose of my edible was I took 450 milligrams, or basically a 0.4, basically almost a 0.5 of shatter, and about a 0.5 of regular cannabis flower. Honestly, maybe a 0.7 of regular cannabis flower as well. And I put that with half and half in whole milk, and I brewed it on low for like 4 hours. So, and mixed some chocolate syrup into it, and then drank it. I want to get loaded on a vagina species. DMT's Infinity says Mr. Speciosa. He had a typo, but I wouldn't mind some kratom. That'd be beautiful. But I've been trying to stay away from kratom, honestly. I've had the means to buy some, it's just I haven't. I just feel like, well, I'll just use weed for right now. Bro, it's Sunday. DMT Infinity says, bro, it's Sunday. The mail don't pass on Sundays, so I'm going to stay up for as long as possibly can. Sleep all day long, so then when I wake up, I can wake up to my kratom in the mail. Fuck yeah. It's shitty that it's Sunday, though, because I got to work on Monday. I work Monday morning, 9 a.m. I hate fucking morning shifts. And it's like I gotta trim bud tomorrow. I gotta do so much shit tomorrow. DMT Infinity. So I'm editing our podcast that we did. So I'm gonna send that to you tomorrow, definitely. Life's been busy as fuck, so it's hard to do all this shit. And I didn't mean to take a nap today. I was supposed to get shit done. My body was like, no, motherfucker, you need rest. And so Okay. 1:45. I'm definitely starting to feel the edible. So I'm going to smoke some cannabis flower. Hold on. There's something about high dose. There's something about high dose of cannabis that's amazing to me. Lil Disco says, hold on. DMT Infinity says, I'm gonna go stupid on that bitch in the editing process when my Kratom gets here. Right though, that's what I miss about Kratom. The ability to just, I don't know, I work harder when I'm on Kratom without even noticing it. And it's just like, yeah. Lil Disco says, have you done mushrooms? Yes, I have. About maybe 20, 30 times. I've never done a really high dose of mushrooms. So I'm looking forward to that this summer. So that'll be interesting. DMT Infinity says, just endless work. Right, though. Like, being on Kratom, I just get endless work done, bro. Like, yeah. I've learned to still get work done without it using coffee. But coffee is in the same family as Kratom, you know. Coffee and weed kind of help me stay productive, but... Lil Disco says, I like to write a lot when on ecstasy. If I had more access to MDMA, I would. But because I've heard that from watching this documentary, and Alexander Shulgin, Anne Shulgin, she was saying that she basically wrote all of her chapters for their book, you know, under the influence of MDMA. And I can imagine why. I prefer to write while I'm on Lotus. When I'm on Blue Lotus or White Lotus, I prefer to write. That's when I prefer to write in my book the most. When I'm on Kratom and Blue Lotus. Now, if I'm on like just some weed and Blue Lotus, I don't know. But for some reason, Kratom and Blue Lotus mixed together helps me write. So, without further ado, let's smoke this bomb. So, if y'all smoke with me. I'm definitely starting to feel the edible. So... Ooh, yes. Lil Disco asks, how do you take Blue Lotus? There are many ways to take it. Extract form, you could brew a high dose, like a high strong brewed tea. You can take an extract form. You can, so I've made an extract, kind of like, so this is cannabis extract. This is Shatter. I've made a White Lotus extract, a Blue Lotus extract that's similar colored to this. And it's smokable in the same aspect as wax. Is basically dabs made with lotus flower. But so I've smoked that before. I've tried almost every way you can ingest lotus. I've tried. But yeah. Instrumental Studio says that's one of my faves. It's too good for me to use. What? What's one of your faves? Fuck yes. Feeling this edible. And watch it not being strong enough for me. I don't know. I'm one of those weird guys that's like, I could have took more. Almost every time I've ever taken LSD, I've been like, I should have took double the dose, triple the dose. DMT Infinity. Kratom will make you build a whole damn house when you were just supposed to draw out the blueprints. That's a good way to put Kratom. It's a good explanation. What the fuck happened to the music? Oh. I could jam out to Lotus all day. That's the name of this group, Lotus. DMT Infinity says Mark Dreams be like. If I could explain all those emojis, I would. Lil Disco says, "What are your top substances?" It depends on which category you want to go in, because I like to break it down in categories, as in like psychedelic substances, herbs. I don't know. There's a few. I can't really think of like exact categories and stuff right now, but I'm like definitely starting to feel the edible. But like when it comes to psychedelics, it definitely goes in the aspect of DMT first. Ayahuasca second, which is DMT though, basically. I would say mushrooms third, LSA fourth, LSD fifth. I would say that for herbs, it definitely goes weed, motherwort, blue lotus, kratom, and I don't know, probably clip dagger or wild dagger would be fifth. Yeah, I really kind of wish I did take the motherwort with this. I feel like that's going to be a nice mixture. I need to get some more motherwort because I'm going to be selling this one mixture on my website. I've been working up mixture ideas and tincture ideas and CBD tinctures and all this other shit, and it's going to be interesting. Things are starting to flow. Life is going to change, but life can't change if you're holding on to what is. Little Disco says, the way you talk about motherwort makes me want to try it. Yeah, I don't know. I talk up motherwort a lot, I know, because that's because motherwort is such an amazing plant to me, and personally, so, even to the point where right now I'm feeling this cannabis edible, and I'm still kind of thinking to myself, I should have took the motherwort too. pretty high. And it's only been 45 minutes since I took the edible. So, like, it's going to kick in stronger than right now. Dude, I got wax everywhere on this fucking table. Just stuck to the table. Don't mind me. Just, getting this wax. There we go. Let's hit the bong one more time. So if you guys are smoking, hit that shit one more time. I want you to get, like, extra fucking high with me. Because, like, I'm about to be on another fucking level. Jesus, like, I'm dying. Holy shit. That hit was insane. Okay, now I'm motherfucking high. Like, I mean, now we are fucking in there. I can vibe to this. I don't know. I want to hear this one though, I think. Oh, fuck. Once I can breathe and shit. Oh, you know. Like, I'm had to recover from that. A cannabis edible definitely reminds me of a psychedelic. On the aspect where it's like, because you just observe the room. You know how things kind of look different when you smoke weed? Like, when you smoke weed, the world kind of looks HD-like. When you eat weed, it's like that with an added just something. DMT Infinity says, legit though, I can't wait for the Acacia Confusa to get here so I can go deeper than a BBC in a small Asian girl's ass. Yeah. Hold on, guys. I'm dying. Hold on. Oh, okay. Now, when shit gets really deep, I want to talk about something because I want to talk about the fact that the weed anxiety thing is real, but the more psychedelic aspect of weed as well is real when you eat it as an edible too. Like, I remember Terence McKenna talking about how, 15th century people, when they were eating weed, it's probably like a 500 microgram dose of LSD to them in a way. Or, I'm paraphrasing, but he said something like that. And, I generally think that that's somewhat accurate, that at a high enough dose of cannabis, you can begin to shed boundaries off. You shed the filters away. And it's like, yeah. That's the reason why people get cannabis anxiety. They freak out because they want control. The cannabis took control. And they get anxious. They think they're dying. They feel their heartbeat. You're not dying. Your ego is dying. So just let it go. Let it happen and let go. It's like... That's like what's been saving me through every psychedelic experience and everything I've ever gone through, right? Is that I tend to just let it happen and just let go. If DMT is ripping me to shreds, I'm just like, okay, I accept this. If the cannabis is giving me extreme anxiety to the point where I feel like I'm going to die, I accept it. Okay, I have no clue if that music was copywritten or not, so I had to exit out of that one. I can't wait till I stop dying. It's like, I don't know. Drink. I was like, okay, maybe a drink that's not soda, that's not carbonated. Lil Disco says, I used to love taking acid. I would take it without hesitation for the most part, but recently it's been the opposite. Like I'm nervous to do it again. That's supposed to happen. That happens when you begin to understand what it actually is, or when you've done it enough times where you should begin to understand what it is, where it's trying to like push you towards it. In the beginning, everyone's psychedelic experiences are magical and beautiful and colorful. And like psychedelics kind of know it's your first time. They know it's your second time. They I don't know, they just know somehow. But the more experienced you get with it, the more they're like, okay, now let me show you some shit. And that nervousness for me, I get nervous every time I do DMT. And I've done it hundreds of times. I get nervous every time I do any psychedelic. I got LSD and I'm going to do it next week. I'm going to be nervous as fuck. Because I haven't done it in a while. Let me catch my breath. Bro, I'm still fucking down. What was that, like 20 minutes ago? You ever cough so much that your stomach muscles start to like feel like they've been flexed too hard? That's where I'm getting at. Holy shit. That edible. Like, I can see why people would freak out. Because I feel like I'm like on the edge of a trip in a sense. Like I'm walking on just the edge of a trip. Like you're walking on the edge of a table type shit. I don't know. Dirty Dan, what's going on? Dirty Dan says, hey Mark, what are some herbs you would recommend to me? It depends. If somebody's using opioids, I would recommend kratom, obviously, or kratom extract, because yes, kratom's addictive, but kratom extract is better than, any other, artificial opioid or something like that, or even opiate. But also just in a sense, I'd recommend, besides kratom, because kratom is the most addictive substance. I was gonna say I'd recommend cannabis, wax, shatter, motherwort, wild dagger, blue lotus. Canna is a good one, but canna needs to be taken with caution. It has a similar withdrawal symptom that MDMA does, in a sense that Lil Disco, I'll answer your question in a second, because I like that question, because I have something to say about that. But like I have like, but yeah, Canna has a similar withdrawal that MDMA does, in a sense that it can cause depression like the next day. Like, I don't know. I remember going hard with some Canna extract. I was smoking it, sniffing it. Smoking it and sniffing it all day. And I ended up the next day waking up, and I was just sad for no reason. I remember just like crying for no fucking reason whatsoever. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? What are my emotions feel out of whack? And when it happened again, when I did it with Canna, I chopped it down to, that's the Canna. Okay, so I was like, when I go hard with Canna, like, I mean, when I'm going in, and these are, I got going with really strong extract, 100x extract, water soluble. But, Instrumental Studio says Mark Dreams, kratom I used to be addicted to kratom, so it's best I don't touch it, even though it's so good. I technically used to be addicted to kratom as well. I haven't used kratom in 7 months. I was technically using kratom every single day, 3 to 4 times a day for 3 years. But now I just smoke weed and wax. Yeah, take motherwort in edibles, and soon I'll be getting some Blue Lotus and some other shit. But I might start using kratom again. I might, because if I stop, the only thing that's a problem with kratom for me is the withdrawal. But it's like, in a sense, it's not as bad as other drugs because, let me tell you, I don't think I would be able to stop if it was as bad as other drugs. Like, I can walk into the store and see kratom. Like, I could buy kratom right now, but I'm not going to. You know, like, there's just no need, you know. I've thought of it, but yeah. Dirty Dan says, I have a nice amount of funds now, so I have the intent to invest in some very efficient herbs, if you know what I mean. Oh, yeah, then stock yourself up on some herbs, bro. Let me tell you, get yourself some of the strongest extracts you can get. If you want, I can, just message me on Instagram, and I can send you, like, I can't send you all my personal connects and shit, but, like, I could send you into for some things into to the right places. But like eBay is interesting because on eBay there's a lot of bullshit, but then I remember I used to scroll through eBay back in the day, and that's how I got a lot of my old shit. Was I would go to eBay and then not order from eBay, but order from the website. Like, you go to the vendor's original website, and then you find different products and different people. And honestly, a lot of the people that used to be on eBay aren't even on there anymore. Like, you can't really buy Acacia Confusa on there anymore. There's so much shit that you used to be able to buy on, like, eBay and Amazon and, like, shit like that you can't buy anymore. Because I was just sitting here thinking, I was like, damn, it's been a while since I've had to order herbs. So I was sitting here thinking, like, okay, back in the day, I used to be able to just order a big-ass bag of Acacia Confusa root bark right off of Amazon, right off of eBay, right off of, for like $60 a kilo. Now and it's like inflation happens, the prices change, and the quality of the herbs go down. Like, so eBay no longer has good quality. So it's like, then I have to find vendors and farmers and all this other shit. And now I'm on like a goose hunt chase or some shit. Like, but that's what it took to kind of find good sources and eventually just be able to be like, okay, well, these are the sources. And a lot of times, if I can't find a good source, I end up just going with the plant. It's like, I'll just buy the plant and make the extract myself. Because sometimes when I'm buying extracts, I'll buy an extract and it's nowhere near as strong as it claims. Like, some people claim that it's 100x extract. And if it's 100x extract of the plants that I'm looking for, I know what 100x extract feels like. So it's like, sometimes you just find some shit that's not good. With canna, I've been able to see that some canna extracts are more energizing, some canna extracts are more relaxing. But yeah. Lil Disco asks, any herbs to replace cocaine? Now, I've been looking for herbs to replace a lot of things. Cocaine, heroin, things like that. I was, in a sense, looking for herbs to have like herbal replacements, safer molecules that are less addictive. And if they are addictive, they're less harmful to the body, to whatever. So I was really thinking that, if you can find, that's why I was looking at the aporphine alkaloids, how the aporphine alkaloids seem to be like almost a mild psychedelic-ish, delirium-ish, opiate-like type of thing, or I don't know. It's hard to explain. Hypnotic, but so they seem to interest me. But then when it comes to cocaine, I don't know. There's like very it's hard to find plants like that are safe, because most of them are like some amphetamine derivatives or some I don't know, synthetic shits, or it's just hard to find. But if I do find something, I will let you know. White vein kratom, DMT Infinity says. Now, somebody else, I was going to say that, but somebody else said that to me. So I've never done cocaine, but there was this guy that I know who loved cocaine. Like, that was his thing. Like, that's his drug. And he had to stop using cocaine. And he was on white vein kratom, so he got like an ounce for me. And he said taking it reminded him so much of cocaine in the aspect that he was like, if I was going like through severe, like where I needed some coke, like a night where I just wanted some coke, he said I'd rather just get an ounce of this. And like yeah, so I was like, okay, that's dope. Skylar Cook says it's pretty easy to find the stuff to extract DMT as far as I can gather info. I mean, to each his own, Everybody else, there's a lot of different texts out there and a lot of different things. And if you want to go down that route, that's up to you. Some people go down the route of ordering it from the deep web, right? Some people go down the route of waiting until music festivals come around. But the problem is now there's no music festivals right now. But yeah. DMT Infinity, I like this. He says, find the plants worth giving your consciousness to, and then let them guide you. Real shit. Al Manuel, Eternity in a Box. Scholar Crooks. Mike, I really, really love the live. Mark, you probably meant to say, Mark, I really like the live stream, but I'm gonna go watch Funny Joe Rogan video. Hey, fuck yeah. Dope. Scholar Crooks. Hey, Dirty Dan's here to write Dirty Dan, right? Fuck yeah. DMT Infinity. Little Discos. Take it responsibly and as a medicine rather than a drug to get high on. Kratom may be a miracle drug, but if you abuse and disrespect it, then it will hurt you. It won't kill you, but it will put you in your place. That's real shit. Downstairs, I'm listening to you while in bed. Fuck yeah. Dirty Dan, I might just invest in a rig with wax. Yeah, I need to invest in it. Well, I got like this rig now. Now I need to invest in like a adapter for it. Yo, I'm feeling the edible now. Let me tell you. Yeah. You know what's interesting? I don't know if y'all have taken edibles, but I don't take edibles that often. So like sitting here, it's like I would think that I would like I'm having visuals of some like very slight visuals, but like maybe that's because I take psychedelics, but I haven't taken a psychedelic in a week and a half, almost 2 weeks. So I'm just I don't know. Play this music. I can definitely feel it now, Mr. Krabs. Way more than I did earlier. Let's just put that. Bro, I don't know. Where the fuck? Hold on. Right back. No idea. Yo, I can definitely tell like why people be freaking out. I always sat there and thought to myself, why the fuck do people be calling 911 on themselves after they eat a bunch of edibles? And like, I'm like, there's no way. But in a sense, even though cannabis is a lot, it's not a lot. At this dose, it's definitely getting close to being like a psychedelic, but like it's not as intense as LSD, but it's more anxious than LSD. Like, it's weird. But I like the anxiousness of weed. I'm a weird guy. My phone's been dead all day, and now it's still on 3%. Ooh, let's get fucking. I'm trying to get spangled. Ever since I got this wax, like I got fucking wax on my phone. I gotta charge my phone. What I love about an edible is it's like there's a come up, a fucking peak, and a come down. And like I'm definitely almost to the peak. And holy shit. I bet if I didn't take that nap that I wouldn't be like as coherent. I don't know. I feel like I would have been just sitting here, like laying here slumped. But like I feel for the most part awake, but so high. DMT Infinity, Instrumental Studios. That's literally what I'm doing right now. All comfortable, curled in my blanket with my fan on my head and headphones on. Fuck yeah, bro. Gotta be comfortable. Little disco. I had 2 gummy edibles a couple of weeks ago. They were pretty nice. Every edible I've ever had, I either made myself or somebody else made that I knew. Because, yeah. But I think that's better because, I don't know. I've had edibles that were, made from, I guess, technically made for a dispensary, but not for any dispensary around here, obviously. But they weren't really up to par as some of the brownies that I've had or some of the things I've had. DMT Infinity. Ever been so invested in eating an edible that you forget it was an edible because it was so damn good and you were so damn high? Yes, I have. Only one edible because there's only one person I know that can make a brownie that doesn't even taste like weed, but it fucking wrecks you. Al Manuel says, what do you think deja vu signifies when you have them? Well, a lot of studies suggest that deja vu is a high dopamine, basically. It has a lot to do with dopamine. But honestly, I think it just means, in a sense, that you're kind of most likely on the right path, that you're most likely walking the right steps. So, somehow, some way, you're getting there, wherever there is. Little disco. I kind of feel like investing in shrooms and weed instead of anything else now, to be honest. DMT Infinity, there are only 5 possessions that I desire in my day-to-day life. My cover, because I'm an overgrown child, my phone, my laptop, and my 2 chargers. I guess I'm a simple man, so yeah, there's very few things that I really require. Sometimes I be forgetting that you can eat like shatter and wax and that shit is nice. Little disco. I like the edible high more than the smoking. I just like to smoke to get high more than eating to get high. I get exactly what you mean by that because I feel that exact same way. This high from the edible, it's more trippy because it literally is a completely different molecule. I think it's 11-hydroxy THC instead of delta 9 tetra, delta 9 THC. But it's the liver turns the molecule into a completely different molecule, which that molecule is more psychoactive and more psychedelic. But yeah, because I like it more, but I don't have the means to technically be eating edibles every day because that would cost more than smoking it. Like smoking it is just a quick little whatever, and it works so much quicker when you smoke it compared to when you eat it, you know. But I do like the sense that you're on for a trip, you know, when you eat it, in a sense that it lasts about 8 hours, and you're on for the come up, the peak, and the come down. You're on for the ride. Um, and my headphones, so technically 6. I know what you're saying. In your headphones, yeah. Dirty Dan rolling me up half blunt for a personal smoke slash. Fuck yeah, bro. DMT Infinity, little disco, weed and shrooms, yes. Right? Weed and shrooms. See, I put weed with everything. Like people say, you know, smoking weed, you know, with psychedelics is whatever. But I've smoked weed with everything I do. I smoke weed every day, so if it doesn't matter what substance I'm on, I'm gonna also be on cannabis. Instrumental Studios. You ever wear blindfolds while high or tripping? Not while high. I've never really worn a blindfold while high, but almost every time I'm tripping, I wear a headband, not for looks wise or whatever, because people be like, yo, with the afro, oh, yo, bro, you look like Jimi Hendrix. But like, that's not like, but in a sense, just so I can pull the headband over, or the bandana over my eyes. So if I want to go deep within my mind on the trip, I can do that wherever I want, no matter if it's daylight or nighttime. I just like to be prepared. Because even like if a trip's getting rough to me, if I'm in a bad situation, whatever, I got my headband on, man, I'll just literally say, it doesn't matter where I'm at, bro. I'm going to sit the fuck down and just put the headband on and go within my mind and just sit there. Like, yeah. Because I prefer closed eye visuals. Like, out of every psychedelic, like, you know, closed eye visuals are kind of how I got into psychedelics, really. Mainly because I got into it with DMT. And the open eye visuals are dope with DMT, but they don't last that long. Because I was all about a blindfold every time. Every time I smoked DMT, I've done a blindfold. And even every time I do ayahuasca, I do a blindfold. I just lay down and I close my eyes and I do a blindfold. And it allows me to go deeper into the psychedelic world, because the less of this world you interact with, the deeper with that world you can interact with. You know, the more into that world you get, the less in this world you get, the more into that world you get. So that's how I treat it most of the time, because almost every trip is like that for me, besides LSD. When I take LSD, it's more like, that's the one I have fun with, to be honest with you. That's the one that I'm like open like this, in a sense. That's why I smoke weed as well. Take edibles, take motherwort, take all these different plants and blue lotus and all this shit, because those are the things that I'm able to have fun with, in a sense. Even mushrooms, you know. But next time I get mushrooms, I'm doing 5 grams in silent darkness. So I'm just going to test that out too, and that's going to be 5 grams with a blindfold on, right? In silence, so I can hear it. And that's how most of my DMT trips have been. No, I mean, most of my DMT trips, there was not even a frequency playing. It was complete silence, darkness, with a blindfold on. And like, usually it would be daytime out, so I'd just turn off all the lights, close all the blinds. So if you took the blindfold off, you could still see in the house, because light would be leaking through the blinds and shit. But so I put the blindfold on and I would smoke the DMT. But I would always prepare myself prior because set and setting really is key when it comes to psychedelics in general. Mm. I'm fucking. You know what's so funny about me? Man, I always do this to myself. I was gonna say I could have took more. Like I was going to just take a straight gram. I was gonna put a straight gram of um shatter into the edible and do 1,000 milligrams of THC because I was gonna also add weed and a 0.5 of actual cannabis flower. But I didn't because I was like, oh no, I don't want to be too like. But no, I could have now sitting here on basically half. I'm like, nah, I could have handled it. Yeah, I'm really, 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 really high, but like, I could have handled it. See, I'd be down to take like an edible. I want to mix an edible with like something else because these things remind me. I put them all in the category of hypnotics, right? Where it's like this is like a psychedelic-ish hypnotic, but I would say that obviously Mind Baby Woodrow Seed is more psychedelic-like because it actually is a psychedelic, but it's also a hypnotic in a sense where the motherwort experience is a hypnotic in a sense. Like these things are really, they can be powerful. Like I don't want to say sleep-inducing, but they have a dreaminess to them. Oh yeah, and there's like a trippiness to this edible right now. Yeah. DMT Infinity says 3-dimensional space and time is like Oreos, and Oreos are like onions. They have layers, but you'll eventually peel through all the layers. DMT takes you to other one of the infinite dimensions, peeling away the layers of infinite man. I definitely think that. Yeah, you're right. DMT kind of peels away the layers of reality, and it is like an onion, and it peels, and there's layers to it, and it's like, yeah, DMT takes you through all of the layers of reality. The DMT Infinity, that was my Shrek analogy. Fuck yeah. Al Manuel. Fuck yeah, interdimensional Oreos. Fuck yeah, interdimensional Oreos. I bet they taste pretty interdimensional, like. Holy shit. Edibles are interesting. And it's like so many people just smoke weed all the time, so they like never really notice. Because like if you took mushrooms all the time or LSD all the time or something all the time, eventually the visuals go away and you don't even really notice. You lose the magic. Yeah, and I have not lost the magic for the weed, so this cannabis has definitely hit me. Ooh. See, I'm a different type of YouTuber, right? I was thinking to myself, like, I'm the type of YouTuber that, like, I don't make content, I document. Like, I don't. So, like, in a sense, these live streams are more like a documentation of my free time, and this is what I'm choosing to do with my free time, because I get very little free time, but when I do, it's like if I do a live stream, my free time doesn't necessarily feel wasted. Like I get content out, yeah, I get high as fuck, and some people be like, "Yo, you be looking like a fool sometimes getting high." Like, oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You know, you got to be yourself, and we all are. We all have times in our day-to-day life that if somebody's seen us, they would say, "Bro, you look like a fool," or "Bro, that was funny." You know, that's just human beings are funny. We're funny creatures. We're funny beings. We are, and we're these funny little monkeys that think we are the shit. Yeah, and we are the shit. Don't get me wrong. Because look at what we've done. We've created technology, and I'm live streaming right now, and we're traveling, dimensions with psychedelics. Like, look at us go. Us Westerners, us Western psychonauts, we're traveling dimensions just like the shamans did in a sense. And that's why I call psychonauts shamans, because I say that there's very little difference. There's very little difference. If you take plants with the intention to expand your consciousness, then you're doing shamanic shit, Rise down, what's going on? He says, am I late to the party? Not really. Well, it's an hour and 34 minutes into the live stream. But I took an edible right, like, not too long ago about that. I made a drink, an edible drink. I watched this thing on how there's like this Indian drink where they make a cannabis drink using milk. And I was like, oh shit. I mean, yeah, whole milk would contain fat, and you need fat to extract the THC. So I used a mixture of half and half, which has more fat than regular milk, and a mixture of whole milk, and then made a cannabis tea. And it dissolved the wax right inside of it, the shatter dissolved right inside of the milk. Oh man, it says, what's up, Ryzen? Your profile pic is tripping me out. It looks like constantly changing. It does look dope though. Ryzen says, Tino, Sun God. I'm pretty sure I said that right or wrong. Much love. That explains it. It's okay. I know what you're saying. This edible is no joke. I definitely think there's slight visuals on a cannabis edible. Like, maybe it's just me, but I definitely think there is. I want to hit the bomb, but it keeps getting strong. The cannabis edible keeps getting stronger. And I thought I was at the peak, but I was like, oh, I guess not. because it's only been an hour and like 30 or something. Okay, maybe it's stronger than I thought. But still, I still could have handled more. Like, yeah. DMT Infinity. I keep saying that my spirit animal is a lion, but I swear to God, it's just a spoiled kitty cat. That's funny. Spangle is the shit. They killed this shit. That's such a beautiful, like. Like, yes. Okay. Dirty Dan says, I believe tobacco mixed with cannabis creates a very unique synergistic effect that enhances the spiritual aspect of the two. I guess if you're gonna smoke tobacco, definitely mix it with cannabis. Don't smoke cigarettes. That shit's But like, I don't smoke tobacco, and I prefer not to. The only person I really smoke like tobacco Dutches with would be my friend. I'd smoke tobacco with my ex-girlfriend as well, like because she smokes Dutches. But like, besides that, I don't really smoke tobacco. But I would agree. But it's all based on your perspective and the way you take these plants. Because your mindset really has a lot to do with the way these plants react. Right? DMT Infinity. God damn it, Dirty Dan. You just made me crave tobacco and I haven't smoked in like 5 hours. That's another problem I have with tobacco. It's actually addictive. Like, like weed is just psychologically addictive. It's, not actually addictive. Ryzan says, take a hit of some mapachos. I was thinking about taking them. I was thinking about it. So, you want to know a crazy thing is when I took ayahuasca, I took capsule ayahuasca. I took 100 milligrams of pure white crystalline DMT in a capsule. Well, at first I took 3 grams of crushed up Syrian rue seeds, just the seeds, in a capsule, and ate them. Okay. I didn't make a brew with it or whatever. I just ate them. Ate the entire seeds. And then 3 grams of it. And then 30 minutes later, I ingested 100 milligrams of pure white crystalline DMT. Now, before I even ate the Syrian rue seeds, for some weird reason, I smoked tobacco. My friend had Native American cigarettes, and I said, pass me that. I said, can you pass me your pack? Can you pass me a cigarette, like an unsmoked one? And he was like, what? I was like, yeah, I know, I don't smoke tobacco, but I just, like, I'm about to do ayahuasca, and people who do ayahuasca, the shamans smoke tobacco, right? So I wanted to so I took the tobacco, blessed myself with it, just lightly inhale, but not inhale too hard, because they inhale, but they don't inhale that as hard as we do in our culture, right? Because they use a lot of smoke to kind of bless themselves in a sense. So like, I did that, and then I took the Syrian seeds, and then I drank, did that, but. So like I get the spiritual aspect of using tobacco in a spiritual sense, but I'd probably never use mapacho unless I was on ayahuasca. Unless it was because before an ayahuasca ceremony, I could see doing it for a spiritual reason. But I smoke weed, so like I can see like me just rolling up a Dutch or something, rolling up a tobacco wrap or something, and then Dirty Dan says, "What's your opinion on shamans using rapé?" So I actually rapé is what got me interested in snuffs in the first place, and realizing that herbs can be snuffs. There are herbal snuffs, and that you can make herbal snuffs and all this other shit, right? So rapé is interesting because, um, you know, you can still buy snuffs at the store. You can buy a snuff at the store I work at. Which is just things you sniff. You sniff up your nose. But these, rapé is an interesting thing. Rapé got me into Yopo, which got me into, because there's psychedelic snuffs as well. And the snuffs are interesting. But I don't know if I'd be interested in rapé per se. Because I'm just not interested in tobacco. I don't know. I just have no interest in it. Like, I used to be addicted to smoking Dutches, so I know what it's like to have a tobacco addiction in a sense. Or like I couldn't just smoke weed, I had to smoke a Dutch. But now I prefer to smoke weed based on the taste, the high, the pure, like the cleanness. Because I smoke a lot of shatter, so it's like just the cleanness of the high of the even this edible that I took, because I use the shatter. The shatter I have is such a clean high and such a clean shatter that, like, the high that I have from the shatter is such a clean feeling high. Like, it's so hard to explain, but when I mix weed with tobacco, it kind of, I don't mean to, like, whatever, but it kind of just dirties the effect of the weed to me. And maybe Mapacho would be different, because Mapacho contains more of the MAOI, than the normal tobacco that we use. Because Mapacho is Nicotiana rustica, and the tobacco we use is Nicotiana tabacum, which is a completely different, strain of tobacco. So it's like Nicotiana rustica has more MAOI in it, has more, so therefore it would have more psychedelic-ish like properties anyways on its own, because it has more of the MAOI in it. But damn, that edible is starting to kick my ass right now. I don't know when it's gonna stop rising. I just feel like I keep rising. DMT Infinity says, "Mark, you're gonna be live for a while. I'm gonna go down the street to get some smoke. Yeah, I'm gonna be live for a while. I might be really, really, really high, but yeah, I'm gonna be live for a while." Dirty Dan, let me send you a pic of my butt and you review it for me. Yeah, this bud I have right now, it's so shitty because I trim CBD bud now, as like my like my job on the side, and like this actual bud that I have, right, isn't trimmed nowhere near as good as the trim that I trimmed the bud, the bud that I trimmed, right? So I was like, and I guess it's probably because there's sugar leaves on here, but if I was somebody that grew bud, I would take all those sugar leaves and turn that shit into wax. Because why the fuck not? Right. Yeah. I'm feeling great. Hold on. Try to get some work done while I'm doing this shit. So I always be working and playing at the same time, you know. Gotta have fun, but gotta get work done. Hmm.